Hello there. I'm Whitney Diver McAvoy, President and CEO of the Yountville Chamber of Commerce, and welcome to our membership university. It is January 2024, and we're pleased to go ahead and bring you this update about your membership benefits and how to maximize your membership with the Yountville Chamber of Commerce. Here's everything that we're going to review with you today. We're going to give you a brief overview of the Yountville Chamber. We're going to talk about your automatic benefits as a member. We're going to talk about the different marketing opportunities you have with the Yountville Chamber. And we're going to talk about yountville.com and yountvillechamber.com. We're also going to talk about how to submit an event, job postings, update your member profile, as well as networking opportunities, professional development webinars, and different committees you can participate in. And of course, other ways that you can work with us to support the community. All right, let's go ahead and get started. So first of all, I'd like to introduce our chamber staff. Obviously, you just met me, and I'm joined today also by Letitia Saws, our membership and marketing manager, and she's going to go ahead and help me with this presentation today. And we have a new team member with us, and that is Savannah Austin Antuzzi, and she's our new programs and events manager. So the mission of the Yountville Chamber of Commerce is enriching the vibrancy of our community, and our mission is to be the premier small town destination. Along with our mission and our vision, I like to say we affectionately wear two hats. We function as a traditional chamber of commerce, so advocacy, networking opportunities for our business members, economic development, member resources, and promotion. But we also function as the destination marketing organization for the town of Yountville. So we're marketing Yountville outside to bring tourists to town, and we do this through digital advertising and promotion, as well as through our website. So we have four key values that drive everything that we do as a chamber. They are driving commerce, building a thriving community, promoting Yountville, and being your champion. And if the work that we do doesn't fit into one of these four buckets, we're not going to be doing it. It allows us to be really focused on our mission and our vision, and allows us to bring great value to our members. So some examples under each of these categories: driving commerce, we have our wine hospitality committee and our Yountville Welcome Center. Building a thriving community, we have our infamous chamber mixers, which are very fun, that we do each month. We have our associate member committee. And promoting Yountville includes social media activities, familiarization tours with PR professionals, and of course, being your champion. So working with the Valley-wide Chamber Coalition, and of course on economic and workforce development issues, as well as public policy and advocacy issues. But what are your member benefits? And we're going to go through those today. We hear from a lot of folks that they don't necessarily have the time to come to events in person. And what we say to that is no problem. We have a number of independent and automatic benefits that you could take advantage of right from your desk. It doesn't require you to be at a chamber event in person. And I think one thing is also important to know is that we're always working to promote you and your business. That's our job. So we're here to support you whenever you need it. Okay, so some value behind the scenes. Advocacy. We're always advocating and building a business-friendly environment here in Yountville and beyond. It's really important to us that we have great relationships with our elected officials and town staff, as well as staff at the county, to make sure that the work that we're doing as a chamber and that they're doing as government is really focusing in the same direction, which is building a vibrant economy in the Napa Valley. So economic and workforce development, we continue to work on convening and driving programs to help our businesses throughout the county. Destination marketing. So we're always promoting Yountville in the Napa Valley to bring tourists to town. And saving money. So of course we have our member-to-member benefits and our Office Depot program, which I'm going to tell you about in just a moment. And then of course, marketing your business. So spreading the word about your business is always happening through the Yountville Chamber. So those are some examples of the value that's happening behind the scenes. Our business advocacy. Business advocacy is something that we're doing on a daily basis, and here are some examples of what that looks like. Of course, we participate in the Napa Valley Chamber Coalition, which is made up of all the chambers in the Napa Valley. One of our greatest achievements that we recently had as the Yountville Chamber is to allow permanent outdoor activation at our tasting rooms and restaurants here in Yountville to enhance the streetscape and to make Yountville look a little bit more lively down Washington Street. And that was a really great collaboration we had with the town of Yountville and our elected officials. And workforce development. We are working with our Napa Hospitality Industry Partnership to work on bringing different programs and activities such as mentorships, internships throughout the county to help our young people learn about the hospitality industry and hopefully want to take up careers in that industry in the future. And of course, we also participate in the Napa County Job Fairs, and our next one is coming up in April. And we partner with the Napa Valley College on that event. Okay, so save money. This is one of the cool things that the Yountville Chamber has to offer. Our Office Depot program allows you to save up to 15% annually in office supplies. It also allows next day delivery on a number of products here locally. So it's a great opportunity for you to save money and get office supplies quickly. Our member-to-member discounts are very popular. We have a huge list. A number of members offer a discount such as discounted coffee or 2-for-1 tastings. It's an opportunity for you to go ahead and patronize other member businesses. And then certificates of origin. We have preferred pricing for chamber members on this. So if you're shipping something out of the United States, we can go ahead and provide that certificate of origin for you. Okay, that's it for me. I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Letitia, who's going to talk about our destination marketing and a number of other activities that we have. Letitia.
All right. Good morning, everybody. So I'm going to take you through some of our destination marketing efforts, which include a digital advertising campaign, our public relations efforts, the Yountville.com website, the Yountville Visitors Guide, the Yountville Welcome Center, our social media channels, and then also some a la carte marketing opportunities that you can take advantage of. All right, and please forgive me, my screen is slightly delayed, so it might take me just a second to catch up here. All right, so first of all, the Yountville digital ad campaign. So a little bit about this campaign. This is our 7th year of the digital marketing advertising campaign. The objective of this campaign is to implement a multi-channel paid advertising plan to generate awareness of Yountville and, of course, increase visitation to Yountville. This is funded by the NVTID Yountville, and excitingly, the budget this year is $200,000, which is the largest budget that we have had. It's allowing us to run the campaign year round, which is very exciting, and the current campaign is running from August 1st of 2023 through June 30th of 2024. The channels that we use are Google AdWords, Facebook and Instagram, YouTube, and Expedia, and all traffic from these ads goes to yountville.com. All right, so next up, apologies. All right, so our public relations efforts. So our public relations team, we work with Fuller and Sander Communications. On the screen here, you'll kind of see a list of our last year's media fan visits. We work with Fuller and Sander on both press releases and media fan tours. We really work to be in a range of publications, and we also like to cover topics all the way from luxury stays to affordable stays. So we really kind of try to cover the whole spectrum of what you can get in Yountville. All right, next up, I believe, is exploring Yountville.com. So, as Whitney mentioned, we wear two hats, which means we have two websites, two member directories, two Facebook accounts. So, I'm going to take a look at Yountville.com and kind of review with you that website. So first up, we are going to review what it looks like when you get to the landing page of yountville.com. So you'll see here this mega menu, and it helps direct visitors to your business. We have these categories of stay, explore, wine, dine, events, more, and then the Get Inspired is where our blog lives. So you'll be very easily found by people visiting yountville.com based on your member category. Once you click through to a category, you will get to your directory page. And your directory page is based on the primary category you're listed in. So for example, here we have the accommodations page. It has a nice little review of what Yountville has to offer as far as accommodations. And then your directory listing looks like this. It has the name of your business, the phone number, the address, and then a read more button that will open up your full directory listing and also a link directly to your website. Once that directory listing is open, it pulls open your full directory and the landing page for your directory. These are the things that we kind of recommend that you stick to. Your directory listing should be at least 300 words. We recommend that the content in that be evergreen to kind of keep everything always the same. So, we don't recommend listing events or pricing, for example, but more evergreen content so it's always good to go. We do work to ensure that your landing page is SEO optimized and also ADA compliant. So at any point in time, if you would like to make changes to your landing page, you just reach out to me with that content and I'll make sure to take it and make sure that it remains SEO optimized and ADA compliant. All right. As I mentioned, anytime you need anything with your directory listings or your landing page, you can always reach out to me. You can send me new photos at any point in time. Some recommendations on photo sizes are listed here. The biggest thing is to send photos that are no more than 500 megabytes. If you don't have the ability to edit your photos to these sizes, that's something that I'm happy to do for you. So please just go ahead and send any new photos my way. All right, next up, I believe, is our events page. Yes. All right, so this is what our events calendar looks like. So on this page here, an important thing to know is that anything that goes on the yountville.com events calendar also lives on our Yountville Chamber calendar. When you go here, you'll see a listing of all the different events. They're color coded by category. And then once you click on an event, it will populate a little more information for you. So, what that looks like is there's a pop up that will show your business name, the date of the event. It'll have a small little pop up that gives like a recap of the event. And then if somebody were to click either register for the event, that will take them to the registration website or view event webpage. It will pull up the full listing, which has everything about your event in it. We always recommend when doing your event listings to include the name of your business in the event name because it helps direct people to your business. And then if you would like to include photos, which we highly encourage, those can always be emailed to me. You don't have the option on your end to add them. So anytime you submit an event, just go ahead and shoot over any accompany photos to me and I will add them to your event listing. And then I highly recommend getting your events up about 60 days in advance. The reason why this is really important is I often use our events calendar to do blogs and event postings. So if your events are living on our calendar early, you're definitely going to make it into those event blogs and destination marketing emails that I do. All right. So next up, this is a little bit what it looks like once you get into post your event. So the important things to remember is the event type box you'll see here on the left. There's several different types of events to choose from. And I would just always categorize it as the main type of event. So if it's a wine tasting event, choose that. Shopping event, choose that. If you ever have questions about where it should live, just let me know and I'm happy to help you with that. And then in the event description, it's really important to include a couple of things. I would always have a call to action in there, such as book your reservation now, book your tickets now. Have a full event description so people can know what to expect from the event, list your ticket prices, a link to your event website, and then any details on how you can register for the event. A couple of important notes when listing recurring events. If you have an event that's happening, for example, every Saturday in a month, it's important that you list the event separately each time. If you were to list it from January 1st through the 31st, it will appear on the calendar every day. And you don't want people thinking an event is happening every day when it's only happening on Saturdays. So if you ever have questions about recurring events, I can walk you through the best practices on how to get those up on the calendar. All right. So next up, if I'm remembering correctly, is our visitor guide. And again, apologies, my screen is lagging just a tiny bit. All right, full visitors guide and our Yountville map. So if anybody's ever been into our Welcome Center, you know these are two staples of everything that we give out to people that come into the Welcome Center. We print the visitor's guide once a year and we print about 12,000 copies. This visitor's guide is available at businesses in Yountville, the Yountville Welcome Center, and hotels and businesses throughout Napa County. It's a really fun little feature of like itineraries, business spotlights, and it also includes the map in the middle. So there's some really great itineraries like a day in Yountville, 3 days in Yountville, and it really does a great job of highlighting all of our businesses in town. The Yountville map, we print about 20,000 copies a year, and that is also distributed through the Yountville Welcome Center and throughout the town of Yountville. Another thing to keep in mind is we do have digital copies of these. So if you're wanting to include them in guest confirmations or itineraries, please reach out to me. I'm happy to get you those digital links that you can include in your communications. All right. Another tactic of our destination marketing is the Yountville Welcome Center. So I know a lot of you are familiar with the Welcome Center, and we're always happy when you come by to visit us. So a few things to keep in mind. In the fiscal year 2023, we saw about 11,500 visitors. And during that time, we gave out over 12,000 business referrals. Our Welcome Center is run by a team of 34 dedicated volunteers. We're open 7 days a week, Monday through Friday from 10 to 4, and Saturdays and Sundays from 10 to 3. If you have had the pleasure of meeting our volunteers, you know they're some of the best advocates for the businesses in our community. We're so lucky to have them. We do work really hard to make sure that they are up to date on everything in the valley. So we do a once a month meeting with our volunteers where we kind of catch everybody up on everything that's going on. And we also schedule FAM visits so they're really like educated on what our partners have to offer. If you're ever interested in presenting at that volunteer meeting or hosting us for a FAM tour, we would be happy to get you on the schedule. And then we also have a presence, we have the Yountville Welcome Center, but we've done a really good job of making sure we're also present digitally. So there's a really nice online Welcome Center. If people happen to come to the Welcome Center after hours, we have these great QR codes in the window that takes them straight to all the different categories so people can get answers to their questions even when we are not open. All right, next up, we are going to talk about some of our, oops, sorry, I was going to skip over rack cards, which we can't skip over rack cards because we get asked all the time, are rack cards still a thing? And I'm here to tell you, paper is not dead. Rack cards are still a thing. We definitely get people coming in that like to grab rack cards and kind of remind themselves of the places that are being recommended. Because our volunteers in the Welcome Center are so enthusiastic about promoting your business, sometimes they might recommend 6 or 7 places. And sometimes the best way for somebody to leave with those recommendations in mind are having a rack card in hand. So as far as rack cards go, we do recommend to have really clear communication, keeping your content evergreen. We don't recommend listing prices or experiences that might not happen year round just because we don't want to waste that paper and that printing that you're doing. So really evergreen content. Having your business name at the top of the card is really important because of how they're displayed. So we always recommend the top of the card have a clear like logo and business name. And then the preferred dimensions on the cards are listed here. If you ever have questions or want to see examples of great rack cards, we're happy to share those with you. All right. So next we're going to talk about our social media channels. So we have 4 really great active social media channels. Our Facebook page is Explore Yountville. We have over 63,000 followers. We always encourage you to tag us in your post. That helps our team find your content and reshare across our channels. Our Instagram page is Yountville CA. We have over 29,000 followers. The hashtags we recommend using are below. And again, that really helps our team find your content and reshare. 2 of our newer social media channels are TikTok and Pinterest. These are growing communities, and we really would love to partner with you. If you are somebody that's really active on TikTok or Pinterest, please send your content our way. We'd love to help get that message out and help grow our audience as well. All right, so now we're going to talk about some a la carte marketing opportunities that you have the opportunity to take advantage of. And these include our Instagram stories, our e-newsletter, our dedicated e-blast, and our blog. And I would like to note, if you're watching right now and you're a Leadership Circle member, a lot of these benefits are automatically included in your membership package. So just reach out to me and I can walk you through what your options are. And those are part of your membership opportunities already. So first up is our Instagram stories. So with Instagram stories, we are happy to create the content for you, or you can provide the content to us. The difference in price is whether you provide us the content, it's $50. If we create the content for you, it's $150. This story will appear in front of all of our followers, and we ask for reservations for this about 1 week in advance. And if you have any questions about how to create an Instagram story, there's some really great templates for you in Canva. If you're not using that already, it's a really great place to start creating content for Instagram. All right, next up is our, I believe, e-news advertisement. So our e-news advertisements, I think this is the best deal around. $50 to have your ad in our e-news. So we commit to only having one ad per newsletter. And something really important to know is that e-news that goes out every other Friday at noon goes out to other members of the Yountville Chamber, so people in the community. And the average open rate is 52%, but I believe this previous week, we just looked at it, it was about 63%. So as far as email marketing goes, this is a really great place to have your ad because people are very interested in the e-newsletter. They're opening it up, they're looking at the content. So it really gets a lot of eyes on that. We ask for reservations for this about 2 weeks in advance, and then we have 2 spaces a month because it does go out every other Friday. And next up, I believe, is our e-blast. So this is a dedicated email blast that has just your content, but it is sent out from the chamber. So this can reach up to 8,500 contacts. We can customize the list to the people that you're trying to reach. So it includes both other chamber members and people interested in Yountville as a destination. The e-blast calendar fills up a little bit more quickly. I typically ask for reservations 2 months in advance. I will always do my best to fit it in for you if you have something that comes up. And it's very easy. You can send me a full mock-up of what you want it to look like, or if you're not quite sure where you want to go with it, you can send me an idea of what you're hoping to promote, and I can put it together for your approval. And those e-blasts, again, I think are also a bargain at $125. It does also have a very high open rate of around 50%. And then the last opportunity is our blogs. So our blogs live on either yountville.com or yountvillechamber.com. So yountville.com is more of our destination focused blogs. These live on the homepage for a month, and they also get blasted out into our DMO emails. So it really gets a lot of eyes on it. It's a really great space for your content to live for people that are planning a trip to Yountville if they're looking for fun things to do. We also do social media posts around it, and typically for the blogs, we ask for about 1 month's reservation in advance. You can provide all of the content, and it's $300, or if you prefer that I come out, experience what you're hoping to have featured, and take some photos, then that's $500. All right, so I think that covers everything that I'm supposed to cover, and I'm going to turn it back over to Whitney. Apologies for a little bit of the delay on the screen there with my speaking, but thank you all for your time today.
Oh, great job, Letitia. That was fantastic. And if you have any questions about any of the content we're going over today, of course, we are both easily accessible via email, and we're going to share our contact information at the end of this presentation. So I'm going to talk a little bit about chamber business and what that looks like. So we've now heard about the destination marketing side of things, and now we're going to hear a little bit about the chamber and the opportunities that you have to engage with us on that side as well. So we're going to talk about yountvillechamber.com, a little bit about your membership overview, new member resources, as well as member resources, our member portal, our biweekly e-newsletter that Letitia mentioned, and our Yountville Chamber Facebook page. So yountvillechamber.com, this is our one-stop for all things Yountville Chamber on the internet. Just like yountville.com is the one-stop shop for everything destination marketing focused, yountvillechamber.com is our home on the internet for the chamber. So our website contains a bunch of different things, but it contains these things specifically: our event calendar, which is the same as the event calendar Letitia showed you on yountville.com. Our chamber blog, which is really focused on the work that the chamber accomplishes, but also highlights different members as well. Our member directory, which is more business to business focused. It's not as aesthetically pleasing as the one on yountville.com, but it's really focused on more of that member to member activity. And then membership information, our community impact report that we put together once a year that includes all the work that we've done from the past year, our yearly events, member resources, about us, and more. So here's what the directory listing looks like on yountvillechamber.com. You see it's a little bit different than the one on yountville.com. And like I said, this is more business to business activity. You'll see here on the left-hand side, we have all of the different categories, and these are the primary categories that you identify as your business when you sign up to be a chamber member. So for example, if you're a catering company, you're going to fall under the catering category for Blossom Catering. Obviously, if you're a hotel, you're going to fall under hotels and accommodations or places to stay. And you can see here's the example of Bartisono, a little bit different than the directory listing on yountville.com, but still as much great information here as well. And I would say one last thing on the directory listing, all of that information you can update yourself, and I'm going to show you how to do that in just a little bit. So membership overview. So we have 3 types of membership at the Yountville Chamber of Commerce. We have our signature membership, and that is at $500 a year. You get a number of the benefits that we've talked about today, as well as you can do those a la carte marketing benefits as well. And then we have our Leadership Circle program, and that annual investment starts at $2,000, and there are 4 different levels. It goes all the way up to 10,000, and you get additional marketing benefits, including with those memberships. And those are really for folks that are looking to kind of take advantage of more marketing opportunities, but also to really support the overall mission that the chamber does, as well as the community. And then our associate membership is membership for Yountville residents. That's $90 a year. We are currently capped at 150 associate members. We currently have a wait list of 14 people for that program, but we're always happy to add people to the wait list. And as folks drop their associate membership, we go ahead and add people off the wait list to be part of that program. And we have right now over 340 business members and, like I said, 150 associate members. Okay, member resources. So one of the things that we try to do is really provide all the information that you need to take advantage of your membership at your fingertips. So if this is something that you really wanted to look into at night, you don't need to wait until business hours to get a hold of Letitia and I. You could absolutely go ahead and find this resource on your own whenever you have time. So at yountvillechamber.com/new members, you can go ahead and go to this webpage and see the top 7 things you can do to activate your membership. So one is to have a new member orientation with Letitia. She can do this via Zoom or in person to go over your membership benefits. Or you can visit this awesome webpage that she put together, and it's yountvillechamber.com/membership benefits resources. And that's very similar to the new member orientation that she does, but it's all online. So if you don't want to do a Zoom call, you can go ahead and access that page and see all those benefits that you receive. Verify your directory listing. Of course, we want your feedback on how your directory listing looks, and if the content we've chosen is the correct content. We ask you for that information to make sure we have the correct contact information, business description, and photos, but we always ask you to check it out as well. Attend Membership University, which you're doing today. Great job. Check that one off the list. Sign up for our e-newsletter. So make sure that you and your team members are listed in our database and are signed up to receive our e-newsletter that goes out every other Friday. Follow us on social media and tag us or hashtag us with your different posts that you do. Join the Office Depot program to save 15%. And review our community impact report so you can take a look at the work we've been doing to support the Yountville community and beyond. So this is our member resources and toolkit. One of the things that we've found through over the years is to make sure that we have kind of a clear space where folks can take advantage of their member resources. So on this page is kind of your one-stop shop to all these different categories. So we have your member login, which we're going to talk about in just a second. Submit an event with instructions on how to do that, which you already received those instructions from Letitia. The Yountville Toolkit, which includes different promotional materials and photos about Yountville. Your job bank, if you wanted to post a job that you were looking to hire for. Government resources, including contact information for our local government, as well as how to access a building permit, etc. COVID-19 resources and wildfire resources. So one of the things over the last couple of years is that we've really built out the emergency resources page on yountvillechamber.com. So when these events occur, which we're no stranger to, we really work hard to update these pages in real time to make sure that you have the information that you need in one place. We found over the years that it's easier for everybody if they know that they can just go to this page and check for updates rather than trying to search through all the different sources out there. And this has been a really good way for us to communicate that information. So right now we have kind of three primary categories: wildfires, drought, and earthquake. So if, knock on wood, any of those things happen, you can go ahead and visit our website at either one of these pages for information in real-time updates. The Yountville Toolkit. So this is a great resource for photos of Yountville if you're looking to add those to an e-blast that you're doing for your business, or you're looking to add photos to your website. Yountville Chamber branding, including our logo. Visitor information sheets. So if you have frontline staff that need to be trained about Yountville and the information about our destination, you can go ahead and access those sheets through this toolkit. And then the downloadable map or visitor guide of Yountville. If you wanted to print those out to have, in your break room, etc. Of course, you can access those here. And Letitia did mention we have digital flip book copies of both the map and the visitor guide. So again, if you wanted to include that in information that you're sending out on behalf of your business, just shoot us an email and we can go ahead and get that information over to you. All right, so where do I find my member login? And the member login button is conveniently located at the bottom left of every single page on yountvillechamber.com. It's in the footer. No matter where you go on our website, you're going to go ahead and find it there. And you can go ahead and click that button, and that'll take you to the member login screen. And I'm sure at this point you're asking yourself, wow, I don't know what my login is. Totally okay. Just send us an email and we can go ahead and update that password for you and get you that login information that you need. Inside your member portal, you'll go ahead and find these different categories. You'll have the portal home, where you can change your username and password for something private for yourself. You can take a survey if we post a survey. You can pay your chamber membership. You can make your profile update through your business directory. You can add an offer that you'd like other business members to take advantage of. You can see your referral report, media updates, and most importantly, you can submit an event. So if you'd like to go ahead and add an event to our calendar, you can do it through our member portal. Also, we highly recommend that you're logged in when you're signing up for our events. For example, here is our January networking mixer that just passed. We had a wonderful time at Louis Martini Winery. And we have all of our registration run through our membership database. And a way to make this easier for you is to always stay logged in to your membership portal, and your contact information will automatically populate into the registration form. So you can see that there on the right where you have to enter all that information. That'll automatically populate if you're logged in. And again, if you need that information, please just contact us and we're happy to send it over to you. Here's an example of our Yountville Chamber e-newsletter. We send this out every other week. It is going to roughly 1,400 to 1,800 contacts. Open rate, like Letitia said, is around 52%, but last week it was over 60%, which was just incredible. So it's a great way to hear what's happening in the Valley, the latest updates from the Chamber, the town, the county, and the state, any upcoming Chamber events that we have, such as mixers, etc. Your member news and events. So if you have something going on, we're going to try to promote it in this e-newsletter. We're also really doing a good job about promoting the member-to-member discounts that I mentioned earlier, and trying to highlight different opportunities that you can take advantage of throughout the month. And then, of course, resources for you to grow your business and ad space if you'd like to run an ad with us. Here is the Yountville Chamber Facebook page. We just launched this a couple years ago, so we're still growing, but our handle is Yountville Chamber. And on this Yountville Chamber Facebook page, we really focus on new member announcements, upcoming chamber events, published chamber blogs, updates from the town, county, and state, and your news and events. So if you have something that's more community focused and not tourism focused, we're going to post it on the Yountville Chamber Facebook page. If you have some sort of program that you're looking to do for locals, it would also go on this Facebook page. We encourage you to follow us so you can hear the latest updates from the Yountville Chamber, and of course, see what we have going on in the social media world. Okay, so our networking and educational opportunities, I want to share a little bit about those with you today as well. We're going to talk about our networking events, professional development, our committees, and our chamber and community programs. So save the date for our networking mixers. Our next networking mixer is going to be on Thursday, February 15th from 5:30 to 7 at Raymond Vineyards. Please go ahead and sign up for that if you haven't already done so. We are currently releasing the locations for our following mixers for March, April, and May shortly. We are doing that about a month ahead of time to make sure everybody has an opportunity to sign up. So stay tuned on where we're going to be, but we'll be at a different location each month. And we hope you'll sign up for the the February mixer at Raymond Vineyards. It's going to be a good one. Okay, join a committee. One of the things that I think is really cool about the Yountville Chamber is engaging it at our committee level. Being a community champion is really important. And one of the ways that you can start to do that is by engaging with our committees. So here's some examples of our current committees that we have. We have our ambassador committee, and our ambassadors are wonderful. You meet them when you check in at our mixers each month. And they're also our membership outreach team. So they go ahead and connect with our members on a monthly basis to check in with them and make sure that there's something that they need help with. We can go ahead and help them achieve that. Our marketing committee really oversees the work that we do from a destination marketing perspective. We meet every other month. The marketing committee is a really great opportunity for your marketing manager or your director of marketing, either from a hotel, winery, taster room, etc. Anybody is welcome who's a chamber member to join that committee on the marketing side of things. And then our associate member committee. So our associate member committee meets every other month, and that is made up of our associate members. If you're interested in joining that committee, please let me know. We'd love to have you. And ad hoc committees, we establish different committees on an as needed basis. And we don't have any right now that we have formed, but definitely something we have the ability to do in the future. So our chamber and community programs, I wanted to share with you a couple today that I'm going to highlight. The first is the Yountville International Short Film Festival. That's coming up February 1st through 4th. Tickets to that are almost sold out. It's a really great opportunity to see short films, but also to promote Yountville as an arts destination, which we are very proud of. So I encourage you to come check it out if you are able to. Our Veterans Lunch is something that we do every November. It's an opportunity to recognize our veterans. We do it right before Veterans Day. And we partner with Yountville chefs to serve our veterans a gourmet meal. This year is the 20th anniversary of this event. It's incredibly powerful and a great way to show our veterans how much we care and appreciate their service. Yountville Art Sip and Stroll is going to be this year on May 18th, and that's an opportunity to pour at that event, as well as support different artists. If you've never been before, it's a really cool event, takes place throughout the town of Yountville, and a really fun opportunity to just walk through town and take advantage of all the different artists that are there. I believe we're looking for 50 artists this year, so should be fun. And then our Yountville Residents Bash is something that we go ahead and do in partnership with the town once a year in August. And it's an opportunity to celebrate our Yountville residents by going ahead and doing an event for them. I'm not going to read through all of these because I know we all want to get on with our day, but one thing that we're really excited to bring back this year is Taste of Yountville. And that event is going to be on April 21st from 10:30 to 2:30 at Shandon, and that is going to be a wine and food tasting event open to the public. We're limiting it to 250 guests, but it's going to be a great opportunity to promote Yountville during the slower season and something we're really excited about. If you're interested in learning more about any of these programs, please just reach out to us and we'll go ahead and happy to share more with you. So in summary, the Yountville Chamber is working for you while you're working on your business. We're working on advocacy, workforce development, destination marketing. We're helping you save money. We're marketing your business. Of course, we have different chamber programs and events that you can take advantage of, as well as different community programs and events that you can participate in. So what's next? So these are some of our upcoming events we have in February. So we have our February networking mixer on Thursday, February 15th from 5:30 to 7 at Raymond Vineyards. We also have the Yountville International Short Film Festival I mentioned from Thursday, February 1st through Sunday, February 4th, and that takes place throughout Yountville. Please purchase your tickets if you haven't already done so. And then we have our Yountville webinar, which is about the 2024 labor laws update. This is really important, especially for our small business folks who don't necessarily have an HR team or department within their business. So join us on Thursday, February 22nd from 10 to 11 on Zoom to hear those latest updates that you need to be aware of, including the new minimum wage update that is taking place. And then we have our Yountville Mustard Celebration, and that's on Wednesday, February 28th from 5:30 to 7 at the Yountville Community Center. Tickets are $15. We have 8 different tasting rooms that will be pouring. Blossom Catering will be featuring mustard focused food bites. Grace Provisions will have beautiful cheese boards for everybody. And then Jessel Miller will be there selling beautiful mustard, Napa Valley Mustard Celebration, tchotchkes and stuff to the group. So hopefully you can join us for that. All right, here's our contact information. So you can reach out to us anytime. We are available via email or by phone, and we're very responsive in getting back to us. You are not bothering us. The more you contact us, the better. We love to hear from you, and we're here to support you. And that's a wrap for us. So on behalf of Letitia and I, thank you so much for joining us today for the Yountville Chamber of Commerce Membership University. I hope that you learned something new today about your membership, and I hope you'll take advantage of those wonderful benefits that we offer. And again, we're here to serve you, so please don't hesitate to reach out to us anytime for anything you need. Thank you so much for your support. We couldn't do it without you. All right, we'll hope to see you around town soon. Thanks so much.